काफी बड़ा परिवार है मेरा, यही संसार है मेरा। हर दिन मेरी कोशिश है इसे हरा भरा रखने की, कुछ कोशिश घर को मजबूत बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश घर को जीता जागता बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश बड़ों की सेवा की, कुछ कोशिश छोटों को बड़ा बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश नई दिशाएं दिखाने की, कुछ कोशिश उत्साह जगाने की। देश नाम है मेरे संसार का, इंडिया नाम है मेरे परिवार का, टाटा कोशिश जिम्मेदारी निभाने की।
Why should the road tell me where to go?
Why should anything come between me and the stars?
Why should impossible stop me?
Why shouldn't I make space for the unexpected?
Why shouldn't that feel like this?
How would here look like from there, or there, or there?
Every journey brings its own questions. You bring your own reply.
A big hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pig Brain, here today, and you are joining me at the Northern Zonal Final of Tata Crucible for Campuses 2023. We've travelled across 24 cities, 24 cluster finals to identify these champions. Remember, these champions have gone through grueling online rounds, then wildcards with my colleague Rashmi Furtado, a final with me with over 1.25 lakh contestants taking part just this year. So it's a huge achievement to be in the top 24 of India. The terrain from northern India has always been a tricky one. There are some outstanding institutes and then there are some outstanding individuals who come into a Tata Crucible fray and can dislodge a system. Here, we've got two people who will qualify as institutes into the national finale of this quiz. What awaits them today is not prize money or prizes, but a place at the Taj Mahal Palace in Mumbai, which awaits them with a grand ballroom for the national final. That destination in itself can be pressure enough for young students in India's campuses. But in all fairness, I must comment, this year we've had some outstanding talent given the numbers that have taken part, and we are now all set to get started with the third zonal final to identify which two institutes from the northern terrain of India will go into the national final. We're also extremely happy and delighted that we at Tata Crucible are celebrating women, and all our champions, gentlemen or women, have a woman contestant to join them as their additional resource today, or like a captain that they would borrow or a lifeline that they would play with, whichever way you want to look at it. So the whole idea is to get people to collaborate, which is one of the themes of Tata Crucible, and to get a lady companion to take part. As we move on with those 5 seconds and one buzz opportunity, 2 institutes will go through. Time for us to first introduce our 6 champions to you today. Let me begin with the national capital of our country. representing SSC from Delhi, and it's a young college which has always done very well, young in terms of not necessarily being the typical B schoolers. They've been a phenomenal representation at the Tata Crucible every other year. This time around, we have with us Ishan and Ananya representing them. Welcome to you. Neighboring them from the beautiful Rajasthan, another institute which has gone on to win the national championship of this quiz, LNM IIT from Jaipur. Representing them, Ayush and Akanksha. Welcome to you. As our third contenders here today, well, they're probably the giant killers at every crucible, because an IIM Lucknow comes in with full force, and if there is one institute that truly challenges them, that has been IIT Kanpur. Getting past the IIMs this year too, into the zonal round, representing IIT Kanpur, Pradyumna and Uma. Welcome to you too. Neighboring them from the beautiful hills of Dehradun, representing Dehradun from GEU is Sampada and Neha. Welcome to both of you. It's always nice to have a lady winning, so you get a lady companion in as well, and we've got two of them in that manner this time. As we move to the next team, representing the Indian Institute of Management from Rohtak, we have with us Harshita and Priyadarshini. Welcome to you too. And completing our lineup from the Punjab terrain of this quiz, winning that is TIET from Patiala, our champions Garv and Prakriti joining him. Welcome to you too. Time for us, ladies and gentlemen, to pick action on the first frontier of this zonal final from the northern terrain of India. Time for our finalists to start to think. Here it is. 75 the value. All questions will appear on your screen until otherwise instructed by us. For the moment, the first question of the zonal final, 2 slots in the national final waiting for them. On screen, here it is. Samo is an occasional wear created by which Tata entity? It's become a brand that's become a rage for trendy, occasional wear. Who from the world of Tatas has created this? Is it Taneira or Tata Trent? Taneira is from Tanishq. No one there. LNMIT have gone for it. Is Jaipur? Yes?
It's Taneira.
Taneira will give you a minus 50. Taneira makes saris and not casual wear, and that will give them a minus on a 75. So LNMIT knocking back 75 on that scorecard. Moving on to the second question of this zonal final, you got to give me an overall answer on your screens now. A bird, a beautiful brand. The Jim Pattison Group, started by Norris and Ross. As surrogate advertising, they created a book for this world. It's a famous brand that people like to consume. It's a book, IIT Kanpur.
So you said surrogate advertising, so I guessed alcohol. So my guess was Grey Goose.
Grey Goose, they created a book, minus
Yeah,
75.
because surrogate advert.
The answer, Guinness Book of World Records. Well, IIT Kanpur and the rest all smiling. Guinness required a reason, and they gave what every quizzer loves, the Guinness Book of World Records. Going on to the next one, 2 minus 75s coming in. Well, different start. On to the next one now. If you want to form good habits, follow this gentleman. Who is this great author and an advocate of human habits of 7 different forms? A great advocate of effective habits. Someone's gone for it. IIT Kanpur.
Just taking a guess, is it Stephen or Covey, the 7
effective habits is absolutely
Yeah.
correct. He'll get himself a 75. Oh, okay. Careful, young lady. When this guy scores, he can be dangerous. Moving on to the next one. Hands on the buzzer. 75 going to IIT Kanpur on that one. Here's your question on your screen now. Which media giant in India took on the cause of the tigers, called it hashtag saving our stripes? We are proud of the tiger just as much as we are proud of the nation. Huge media giant in India who really worked hard for the tiger campaign. Is it Hindustan Times or Times of India? Dehradun have gone for it. Yes, girls.
Sir, it's Times of India.
Is absolutely right. 75 to them. Perfectly right. He got a 75 on that. And I can see Delhi saying you should have pressed the buzzer. The body language of Delhi indicating that. As we go to the next one. On your screens now. This is a famous residential school in Chikmagalur. It's among India's premier residential schools. Which unlikely business giant owns this residential school? You find their outlets all over the country. Their headquarters in a way is Chikmagalur because their plantations are in Chikmagalur and they run one of India's best residential schools, Amber Valley. LNM IIT have gone for it. Yes.
It's Tata Tea.
Well, logically, the Tatas would also run schools and have that. He'll take a minus 75 on that. Jaipur going in a wrong direction today. The answer, Cafe Coffee Day. Well, Cafe Coffee Day comes to you from Chikmagalur, and the Amber Valley School is a fantastic institution located, and that's a beautiful, it looks like a resort, doesn't it? Here's the final one in this round on your screen now. Which famous film studio from the southern terrain of India is this? Started by a man called S.S. Vasan, he believed in a double impact and therefore chose a name to represent two identities. Very symbolic. All you got to tell me is the name of the studio. From the logo, it's extremely simple in my view. 5 seconds of time, running away, no one, oh, I am Rohtak, just in time, yes.
It's Gemini Films Studio.
Gemini Films. You see a pair of twins on your screen. The Gemini sun sign is twins. I am Rohtak, 75 to you. Well played. Extremely well played. Crafty answer on that one. So early days into our zonal final here, we need to take a very quick break. But on the other side of this break, we're going to have my young colleague Rashmi Furtado, and she's going to take you through the next round, which is a dedication to women and a celebration of women at Tata Crucible with questions and research too revolving around it. But all that on the other side of this break. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, a moment is just a moment. All you could probably do is to order on Big Basket because they'll deliver in just about a moment. All that on the other side as far as the quiz is concerned. Be back soon.
This picnic was a great idea.
Thank you.
Candlelight dinner of sandwiches.
पर ब्रेड बटर तो लिए नहीं, आज सेल डे नहीं है ना?
What? ब्रेड बटर खरीदने के लिए forget that Thursday sale. Big basket है, हर दिन सस्ता. Big savings, big basket.
Dumbest idea ever.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the North Zonal of Tata Crucible Campus Quiz 2023. Well, you have seen how these contestants have been playing so far. Let me take a quick look at the scoreboard and then we'll move forward with the second round of this quiz. As of now, at this point in time, we have GEU from Dehradun and I am Rohtak both on 75 points each. LNM IIT Jaipur is sort of moving into a wrong direction. They are on minus 150. They have to work really, really hard to move into positives. They require at least at least 2 right answers to get back to nil and then move into the positive. The rest of the teams are still on nil. A good place to be. They're not taking any negatives. They can quickly move into the positives. So let's see what happens. Let's move on to the next round of our quiz, Share the Shine. Here we go. We at Tata Crucible believe that good habits must always continue. So we started a round dedicated to women in the last edition of Tata Crucible, and we continued that tradition. Share the Shine is dedicated to women and their achievements in its entirety. So that is the context of this round, and our contestants must keep that in mind when they press the buzzer to answer that question. Starting with the first question of this round, all the questions of this round appearing on the Tata Play Binge screen. The first one coming up on your screen now. This is a book. Oh, IIT Kanpur does not want the question. I just said this is a book. Go ahead.
Kaina Sarchandra is the founder of Theobroma, so this book is based on Theobroma the baker.
Well, if IIT Kanpur answers like this, I'm surely going to be out of job very soon. They're absolutely right, plus 75. Kaina Messman is what I was looking for, and Theobroma, of course, they get plus 75 on that. Good answer by him there. Let's move on to the next question of this round coming up. Here we go. Based in India, the name of this company is Sathi, and they produce sanitary pads. But keeping this affordability of this essential product in mind and also ensuring that it's environment friendly, there is a unique method or unique substance or raw material that they use to create these sanitary napkins. SSC Delhi is on the buzzer. Go ahead.
They use banana and bamboo fiber.
They use banana and bamboo fiber. I did not expect someone to go on the buzzer that quickly. Very good answer by Delhi there. This company is environment friendly, and an essential product like sanitary pads, it's very important to make it environment friendly, and hence this product out there from the company Sathi giving Delhi their 75 points. Let's move on. The third question of this round coming up on your screen now. She is the founder and CEO of EcoWare. They claim that it's the first company in India and the largest eco-friendly food packaging using plant biomass such as sugarcane. Who is she? I am Rohtak on the buzzer. Go ahead.
Riya Mazumdar.
Riya Mazumdar is absolutely right. Plus 75. Oh, I think the North Zone teams are very, very environment aware and environment friendly. They are answering all the questions related to that topic. Plus 75 to Rohtak. Absolutely right. The final question of this round, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on your screen. Here we go. It's a unique product that they came up with. This is a backpack, or rather the product they came up with is a backpack with a back massager. It was just sort of a brainwave that the lady on screen got. The name of the company is Eumi, it's right there, Do the Undone. They also have IPL merchandise that they produce, although that does not come with the same feature that the other backpacks have. All I need you to tell me is the name of this lady. She is the one who originally came up with this idea. Her family, that is her better half and her son, continue to work with her. I am Rohtak is on the buzzer. Go ahead.
Naina Parekh.
Naina Parekh is absolutely right. Getting plus 75 on that is Rohtak. All right. All the teams are doing extremely well. But ladies and gentlemen, time for us to move into the next round of this quiz. On the other side of this break, Big Brain will take this quiz forward.
उससे मिलके I feel like a child again. It's in her nature. हमेशा दिखाती है मुझे ब्राइट साइड. शी इज नेचर और मैं हूँ her finest creation. Nature's finest by Mia.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're with me, Big Brain, now at the Tata Crucible for campuses, the northern terrain, as far as the zonal journey is concerned. We've got 3 of them on 75, 1 of them on 225 after that round with Rashmi Furtado, and the girls doing well on the questions related to women, so that is relatively understandable. I am Rohtak inching forward into the lead as the dashboard shows them on 225. 3 of them on 75 apiece, Delhi, Kanpur and Dehradun. Things will change and change quickly. Remember, 2 slots in the national final. As we move to the next frontier, time to collaborate. Here it is. On your screen, the first among the 8 that I'm going to ask you in this round, coming up now. Tata Astrum is a very important engineering development created by a Tata company where these hot rolled coils and sheets have redefined market norms. They are the best in class service. Which Tata company has brought these innovations into the market? Tata Motors or Tata Steel? Patiala is going for it. Yes, Patiala, go ahead.
Tata Steel.
Is absolutely right. He'll get a 75 on that one. They get to 75 as well. We've got a really tight zonal final building up. The Rohtak girls will be watching this very carefully because they've got some lead there. 2 teams will go through. And the next question coming on your screen now. 2 brothers, a great pharma company from New Brunswick in the United States. Kanpur have gone for it.
I'm guessing these are the Edward Mead Johnson and the Johnson brothers, basically. Johnson and Johnson.
Absolutely right. 75, well answered. As we go to the next one, hands on the buzzer, question on your screen now. What is the missing part of this title? Kanpur again. Go ahead, IIT.
So this is the 4-day work week by Timothy Ferris.
It's the concept of 4-day work.
Yeah.
COVID brought out this concept of how the world will move forward. Brilliant answer. That takes them past the 200. Oh, IIT Kanpur are all excited. I think that takes them on par with IIM Rohtak. So they're really fighting their way in this game and fighting their way back, so to say. On to the next one on your screens now. This is Pandit Nehru with Homi Bhabha. Is this the demonstration of India's first supercomputer, Eka, or the TIFRAC? What was being shown to the Prime Minister of our country? Delhi's gone for it.
The first supercomputer.
Well, we'll give you a negative on that one. That is a much later Prime Minister and not as early as Jawaharlal Nehru, but all those created by Tata Consultancy Services and its subsidiary companies. TIFRAC, of course, was a great moment in Indian history. As we move to the next one, and a negative going to Delhi, the battle seems to now be between Kanpur, Rohtak, and the others will score as well. Here's the next one on your screen now. The company is called Hatson Agro. Kanpur?
I thought you were going to ask me the full form of this, so I went with HAP.
You can still give me an answer. Hatson Agro Products, Foods.
Yeah. So Hatson Agro was the fastest growing milk brand 8 years back, around in 2012-13. So that's what I remember.
You still got to give me a business answer. Any brand. I'm being very fair.
Hatson Agro milk.
Go beyond the milk. Minus 75.
Yeah, I'll take a minus. Yeah.
Minus 75 to IIT Kanpur. Just missing out on a big answer there. He's going to kick himself when he hears the answer. The question was, which great ice cream brand comes from them? Arun Ice Cream. Arun ice cream would have been a very, very simple question, technically speaking, had you waited it out. All right, here's the next one on your screen. Overall answer matters now. All these will lead you to presidents of what? A famous institution so important in the world of finance. All of them have been presidents of which institution? Some great faces there. Jaipur are going for it. Go ahead, Jaipur.
World Bank.
Lovely. Lovely. All past presidents of the World Bank. James Wolfenson would have been a good one. There's also Robert McNamara there. Those are some really iconic people. Paul Wolfowitz, someone I can recognize too. So superb quizzing there. A 75 to Jaipur. They're not going to give up easily. I would reckon they'll come back even from a minus 75. It's a very good quizzing institution. As we go to the next one on your screen now. Tata Company Inspira has created a huge brand in India called Baumu. What is this a solution to? It's becoming a hot seller across the country. It's called Baumu. What does it help solve as a typical Indian problem? Delhi are going for it. Yeah, Delhi.
So for digestive problems related to your intestine.
Well, that's the most dignified way of describing bowel movement problems. Well answered, 75. Very well answered, 75 on that. Bowel movement in India, because we eat such rich food, is a problem across the whole nation, and someone had to think of a solution for it. 75 to Delhi gets them to plus 75. One more question in this round and then the final round, and I tell you what, this is becoming a very close final. Moving on to the final question, hands on the buzzer, overall answer matters. Here we go. All of this will lead you to a great Indian, IIT Kanpur.
The argumentative Indian was written by Amartya Sen, so that's all I have. I don't have anything else, so I'm going with Amartya Sen.
Pratichi Trust, the Nalanda University, he headed that for a period of time. Teaches at Harvard, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Amartya Sen, 75. Yes! Oh yes! Well, 75 will get them back to 225. So the girls from IIM Rohtak are saying silent on 225. IIT Kanpur are going up and down but back to that 225. But we'll take a look at the entire dashboard on the other side of this quick break. Back in just a moment.
Red. Christmassy. Yellow. Pink. तुम भी पिंक, मैं भी पिंक. दोनों गुलदस्ता लगेंगे.
आपकी आधी शाम भी इसी तरह अपने पसंद की शोज ढूंढने में निकल जाती है ना? एक ऐप, दूसरी ऐप, फिर तीसरी, डिसाइड करते करते इवनिंग ओवर, करेक्ट? इसलिए हमने डाउनलोड किया है टाटा प्ले बिंज. पाइए 22 प्लस OTT एप्स के शोज, मूवीज, लाइव स्पोर्ट्स और बहुत कुछ एक ही जगह पे. यानी नो मोर ढूंढना, ओनली देखना.
तो आज ही टाटा प्ले बिंज डाउनलोड कीजिए. प्लान स्टार्ट एट ₹249.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're with me, Big Brain, watching Tata Crucible for the Campuses 2023. You're with me at the Zonal Final of Northern India. Two of these institutes will make it to the national final. At this moment, on that dashboard, it looks like IIT Kanpur and IIM Rohtak are in a good position with 225, but chasing them down are TIIT Patiala and GEU from Dehradun. Delhi are not far away. LNM IIT are a very good quizzing college to be at minus 75. So anything can happen. 3 of them on 75, 2 of them on 225. As we move to the final frontier of our game, it's time for them to lead. Here it is. 6 final questions. It's all about the power of speed. So that's like big basket now. You got to be quick and fast, and the power of speed delivers to you quickly. Thought and knowledge is also like that. It's the power of speed. In these questions, I'm not going to show you any visuals. I am going to read out the questions. You will decide when you want to press the buzzer, which means you're indicating to me that you know the answer when you press that buzzer. Most importantly, remember to go through from here to the national final. 6 final questions. The moment you press the buzzer, I'll stop reading the question as we start with the first one. Hands on the buzzer. Here's my question. This car brand gets its name from an African antelope, Impala. Which company? I am Rohtak. Go ahead, your mic on.
Tata Jaguar.
Minus 75. Oh, on 225, they've taken a negative on that one, giving a window of opportunity to all those on 75. Did not wait for me. The answer is Chevrolet. Impala is the name of the animal. Apicerus melampus is the scientific name of Impala, the South African antelope. Pressure telling on I am Rohtak. As we go to the next one. On question number 2, be ready to buzz. Connect the following brands to a great company. Lou as in biscuits, Activia as in dairy products, Latella, Delhi.
Danone.
Just sit back, please.
Danone.
He's absolutely right. Danone is absolutely right. He'll get himself a 75. They're doing well is Delhi. They're on 150. Rohtak is on 150. And we've got 4 questions to go. Delhi have bounced back. Well, question number 3. Here we go. I worked briefly at the Daily Express newspaper before taking up the reins of my father's newspaper in Adelaide called Adelaide News. I became a young entrepreneur and then went on to become a media mogul. I entered India, Delhi again on the buzzer.
Is it Kerry Packer?
Kerry Packer would be Australia, but Kerry Packer is not the answer I'm looking for. Minus 75 to you. The answer, Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch, the media mogul. 3 questions to go. I think IIT Kanpur are now playing very sensibly. He's not taking any undue chances or risks because he wants to get to Mumbai in that top 2 slots. It's a battle between Rohtak, Delhi and the others. 3 questions to go. Here we go. This airline's name literally means the air fleet. It's Russia's national airline. Kanpur have gone for it.
Aeroflot is Russia's national airline, that means air fleet.
IIT Kanpur definitely in the national final. Oh, he's got to 300, which is an unassailable score from here. 2 questions still remaining. No one can overtake IIT Kanpur, so there's no way IIT Kanpur can finish 3rd. All right, 2 questions remaining. It's I am Rohtak, which, girls, sit back. I know the excitement is on. Rohtak, please, please don't come so close to the screen. Yes. All right, 2 questions to go. Penultimate question. Here it is. Saponification is a process of producing a product where triglycerides are reacted essentially with sodium. Patiala.
It's the process of producing soap.
Superb. 75 at a moment when they required the 75. Oh, now they are challenging Rohtak. If Delhi gets the last question right, we've got a 3-way tiebreaker that's going to come about. One thing's for sure, IIT Kanpur may just not choose to press the buzzer because he's on 300 and they know they are into the national final. Delhi has a chance. Dehradun has a chance. I am Rohtak and Patiala definitely will face off unless one of them get it right. The final question, what a zonal final? Here we go. which job or position in India during the British era, which job or position in India during the British era as a title actually meant I am there in place of the king. I am there in place of the king. Delhi, well, ideally a good geographical location to try the answer. Go ahead. In place of the king. What title?
Viceroy.
Oh, when you play cricket, you have a captain. If the person has to be the captain in place of the captain, he's called a vice captain. And in history, if you had to be there in place of the king, the word king meant Roy, viceroy. Delhi have got the 75 that they require. The happiness is understandable at the national capital, and we've got a three-way tiebreaker. It's a fascinating final. Let's take a look at the dashboard. Here it is. All right. Fair, square, and absolutely brilliant. IIT Kanpur are into the national final. 300, but in all fairness to IIT Kanpur, I think that 300 could well have been 450 because I think they chose not to press, and that's very sensible, mature quizzing. I think it does help Pradyumna when he has a teammate. Playing alone, he would have gone for it perhaps on a couple of occasions more. So the lady seems to have kept the calm in IIT Kanpur today and ensured that he just sat quietly and got to the goal, which is the national final. The second place has been one battle. The two girls from Dehradun will be telling themselves, "Ek aur answer de dete to pahunch jate." That's really what they're going to be telling themselves. But they were really on the game. But for the three who've battled it hard, I am Rohtak are really going to be thinking, why the hell did I press the buzzer on the African antelope? Well, otherwise on 225 they'd put a lot of pressure on the other teams. Delhi bouncing back on 150, Patiala on 150. So we've got a three-way tiebreaker. And one of the three will travel to the national final. All right. So time for me to get started. Let's see how we get this. Girls, sit back. One question at a time. Whoever gets it right goes through. Whoever gets it wrong, the other two will continue to battle. Punjab, Delhi, and Rohtak. Here we go. First question from me. Founded in San Francisco, California in 1967 by Jan and Ralph. It's a very popular American magazine that would remind you of a music group. It's a huge magazine. Delhi are giving it a shot.
Rolling Stones magazine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rolling Stone of this final is Delhi. Well done! Oh, look at that joy. They've cracked that slot. And as an institute, they've been battling and battling hard. The girls from Rohtak will never buy an Impala car in their life. They will ban that car in their life and say, we don't want to buy an Impala. Punjab is actually going to tell themselves they should have scored more during the quiz. I think they knew answers, one more answer, and they're a very good team. TIT did very well to get to this round. So my heart goes out to them. They really played well. But the brave hearts of this final have been from SSC Delhi. They gained, they lost, they didn't give up, they gained again. They forced a tiebreaker and deservedly will be there in Mumbai at the nation's top 8 institutes as they battle for the national crown. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget, more than 1.25 lakh contestants took part this year. It's no jokes to be in the top 24, and it's truly a great achievement to be in the top 8. For the moment, the final dashboard. There you are. From SSC Delhi, it will be Ishan, and of course supported here today with his teammate who joins him in Delhi today. And I think the teammates have really helped. Ananya was egging him on to get those answers right, and the joy was visible. So Ishan and SSC from Delhi into that big final. IIT Kanpur, fair and square, easily the better prepared team today from northern India. Those two will join the others in the national final as we come back to you with the final zonal final to see who else makes it to the national final. Till then, from me, Pig Brain, from my colleague Rashmi Furtado, from all of us at the studios of Tata Crucible, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with the final zonal final. Join us then. Till then, goodbye.